Hey Alex, so one thought I wanted to give you, you talk about giving explicit feedback, um, I'm sorry, explicit instruction as being an important principle that resonated with you, and you talked about the idea of students giving feedback to each other, and maybe improving upon that. One thing that I found worked for me in my instruction was to actually split up and delegate some of the feedback. So what I would do is, first of all, I would uh, have students group write and kind of distribute the tasks that way. Um, Part of that was to get them to help each other, you know, work together to figure out what was the best way in which to combine language features. They would have chances to do individual writing as well, but in class, I wanted them to use each other as a resource. But then what I would do is I would have students in their groups, each group would have a particular language feature that they would focus on in their feedback. Now, I would say that this worked well for me because of the context in which I was teaching. You know, I was preparing students for the IELTS examination, and as such, we had a lot of language features that we needed to cover, and it was in a advanced writing class. So I would have them take a look at multiple language features at once, which obviously would not work for anything much lower than an advanced class. But that said, what I would do is each group would be responsible for a particular language feature. So this group is going to look at punctuation. This group is going to look at complex compound sentence structures. This group is going to look at the flow of paragraph and the use of transitions. And by distributing those tasks, it made it easier for them to focus in on exactly where things could be improved, and then I would shift the responsibilities from class to class so that a certain group of students weren't always doing punctuation, and so that's just something to consider as you're thinking about how you can make feedback more effective in your class. Again, it really depends upon the context whether or not that would be an effective way to distribute that work, but something to consider. It did work for me, and I think that it could be adapted for other contexts as well. So I hope that helps.